Good evening. It's only like 6 o'clock in the afternoon, early evening. All right, so I've got some leather coming. I am going to be recrafting some sheaths for these knives. I've had this for so long, and then sheath just wore out, and it's poking through, and I don't like that. Same thing with this knife. I've had it for even longer, and it's well, no, actually, I've had this one longer. This is carbon steel, and I polished the blade out, as you can tell. This is stainless steel, and I've only polished one side of the blade. I to show the difference that it can be done. I mean, people are like, "Hey, it's nice and shiny," and then you tell them you polished it, and they don't want to believe you. But nonetheless, this is the very sharp point on this. It's a skinning knife, um, so it pokes through, and when it moves around, it finally, just tears apart. So this is a softer leather. I didn't really care for the sheath anyway, but I like the handle and the brass. I don't have that polished out, but I do on here. So keep that nice and shiny, just for my own personal preference. Also, I'm going to be making about 300 to 500 of these. This is for when you shoot a bow, you don't burn your fingers up. I'm fingers below the knock on the string, so that way I have better command and control that way. Even though you can get these that are split right here, and you can go ahead and use that, and you're above the string also, so you're hanging on to the arrow. That is a little bit of a problem when you're three below, because sometimes the arrow will want to pop off if you don't have a good enough arrow rest for that. Um, on a recurve or a medieval bow, you really don't have that option. So on my Mongolian horse bow, I do not have an arrow rest. It's resting on my hand, which I do have a new arm guard, and it goes on very much like this. And I don't really care for the thin leather, so I'm going to be remaking this with the other leather I'm going to be getting. So once I get that, I'll start to take this apart and pattern it. I still have the other one here that's a lot thicker leather, more protection, especially around the thumb area. Okay, so and I'll have another piece for even more protection for the thumb and the finger. So I'll be making all those on my own and repatterning, patterning, patenting everything, so that way I can have my own merchandise with my own moniker on. So, without further ado, I got a lot of R&D projects coming up. New bow on Friday. We'll have arrows and other gear with it, and we're going to finally test it because it's finally good weather. The sun's just now coming out. It's about 60, about 55, 60 degrees today. But over the weekend, it will be close to 70, and then we'll be getting into the 80s. But it'll start to get windy at the end of the week. So this weekend, or end of next week. So this weekend, I will definitely be getting some shooting in and testing out some of those medieval arrows and arrowheads that I have, medieval style arrowheads. So without further ado, I will leave you to the rest of your week. I may post something tomorrow for an unboxing or this weekend for the bow, and we'll see how it goes. So we'll see you again soon. Like and share and subscribe and hit that notification bell for more.